Now we have a new category, but it's something we've been saying for years, and we just decided to make it a category.
Because it's such a recurring theme.
Pedos everywhere.
You know, back in the day when you used to say pedos are running the world, you sounded like a crazy person. And now it turns out pedos are indeed running the world. I know that people might have some pushback against that, but as you've found out, you know, Epstein, we had Weinstein, who is not really a pedo, but borderline. And then now we've got Diddy, who's gone down pretty spectacularly, is in jail now. So Diddy this past week was arrested without bail. And, you know, there have been rumors about Diddy for a long, long time. People have been trying to warn us. Eminem's been trying to warn us. 50 Cent's been trying to warn us. There's been many people who have hinted at it in the industry about how horrific of a person he is. We had that video of him beating that woman that came out. He had a history with J-Lo. I mean, this guy's parties are notorious. He's connected to everybody. It'll be interesting to see who comes down along with him. But the Diddy scandal is making R. Kelly look like Sesame Street. Not quite Sesame Street, because I don't think anyone in Sesame Street was peeing on anyone.
Close your eyes, show me your face. I'm gonna piss on it.
Other than Bert and Ernie, they seem like they got into that. So now, proving also that we live in some kind of weird, messed up simulation, Diddy and Sam Bankman-Fried, if you remember the weird-looking little guy who was behind the whole crypto scandal, they're in the same room, I believe. I believe they're bunkmates in a prison together. And so, yeah, Diddy's going to be joining the SBF polycule soon. This is like a buddy comedy. I know people are like, oh, this is like the beginning, and they were making the soap jokes and all this stuff. And I was like, no, these two are going to hit it off. It's going to be like, did we just become best friends?
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
They're in the bunks together. I mean, truly, everyone in Hollywood's been trying to tell us forever about this. They seized over 1,000 bottles of baby oil, and then his lawyer came out and said it was Costco's fault. Never mind that you're buying baby oil in bulk. Why do you need that much? It's so gross. I don't even want to think about it. And now all these stories are coming out on TikTok. The girls are telling all these creepy stories of being in studios with Kanye and Diddy, and them trying to like get her to take her clothes off and pawing at her and probably drugging her manager. And I mean, there's lots of reports of narcotics and drugs being given to these girls. And it's actually the darkest shit. It is as dark as it gets. It is Epstein level dark. They're everywhere though. There are pedos everywhere. The Catholic Church.
Father, having sex with boys is part of the Catholic priest's way of life.
Yeah.
The youth pastors, the Boy Scouts, Epstein, as I mentioned, P. Diddy, any cult leader, basically, Islam in general. Like, just like what, last week it came out that you can, in Afghanistan, or is it it was Iraq, they can marry 9-year-olds now.
Oh, God.
No, it's fucking...
There was that story out of Pakistan.
There's a story out of Pakistan. There are literally raping pedos everywhere. It is terrifying. I have a daughter. I like go to any of these schools to put my kid in. I'm like, why would you want to work here other than if you're like probably a pedo? And I know there are many lovely people who aren't pedos who work with children. I just now assume anyone who wants to work with children and doesn't have children of their own and is a man is a pedo.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
And I apologize to all of those men out there watching this who are like, I'm not a pedo. There are all those freaking pedos in rubber rooms everywhere, all over America. The teachers, I mean, and they get out on like with no fucking, we keep drug dealers in for longer than we keep pedos in.
I know.
And we should blow up all of their with pagers. That should be the punishment. You find out you diddled or touched a little kid at any way, shape, or form, and you get a pager, and then it goes off and your dick gets blown off.
I am all for castrating pedos.
All for it. I'm all for it. You can't be rehabilitated. I think once your brain goes there, I feel bad for them. I have some compassion, but Dude, it is bad out there.
Well, most of the men who are pedos were victimized themselves as kids. That's the
See, and if we blew more dicks off, there wouldn't be this pyramid scheme of pedos happening.